Hello. Been a while since I've posted. Lots happened. Sadly, Gypsy passed away, my cat. She's not gone though. She woke me up this morning. Anyway, but that's besides the point. Yeah, lots happened. A lot of people going through so much, and I just hope you're all okay. And you just got to plod on, and we'll all get through this. But so I'm going to try and get back into doing some artwork. I went to get my clay that I found from shifting, which is, if you think about it, if what I'm saying is correct, which I do believe it is, and I always said it was psychic clay, to make some magical items, possibly. We'll see what happens. But when I've come to it, and I did keep it moist in my wet in my cellar, it's rock hard. So what I'm doing is I'm going to reactivate it. I've got a crystal, candle, some water, and it's basically a case of letting it soak up all the water. He says, don't. So I have a big old chunk. And we'll see what happens. Put you down for a second. So that should just basically soak it all up, so I can't tilt it, but it's in a bowl. And I'm thinking of maybe doing some... this is quite still pliable. It'll help. I'll soak it in. So I'm thinking of... I made little things. I haven't got anything to. I haven't got anything to fire with, so except my fire. That's good. And I'll just keep chopping it up and sprinkling it on. What else can we talk about? The green tablets of Thoth. I'm not sure if anyone has been reading them. They are from the Atlantean times, apparently. I have not read them because I have one short-sighted eye, one long-sighted eye, which does confuse my eyes. Anyway, but even at the beginning it says read it over and over again. So what I tend to do is find different people who are reading it, and some have got more like oomph in it. Some people will explain what's going on. I'm just listening to it now. Let me just show you an example. There you go. I haven't got the key yet.
I became as not. So this is gaining immortality here.
So someone's explaining it this time.
That's really what it's all about. And, the Anunnaki talked about how they had, they did not give man the gift of long life, but they could. And we have that in us today. It's, all you have to do is turn on a chromosome. And boom, you've got immortality. Interesting, there was an article I didn't cover here tonight, synchronistically, yet again. There's been synchronicity after synchronicity the past couple of weeks.
Synchronicity does work.
Article from the Daily Mail says, who wants to live forever? Computer models predict that if humans became immortal, it might actually be bad news. A lot of this has been in the news lately.
So what I seem to find as well is, that gentleman's correct, that this is out there, but they don't want us to know. And he was talking about that earlier. I prefer just going into the straight tablets, but again, they're only, how can I put it, it's confusing. Oh gosh, I've got a wind, excuse me. Suki! Anyway, I can't, I'm not technically minded, so I can't swipe that out. I don't want to start learning all this. I've got too much going on in my head. But the green tablets of Thoth, put them on the background while you're making your tea. Just have them playing in the background. But as you learn more and more, well, as you listen to them more and more, they do make more sense, and it's like something gets activated. It seems to gets activated. I don't think they're in the right order. That's one of the things that I've and I'm on I think it's about the 7th or 8th, maybe 9th time now. But this gentleman just said 100 times you need to read it, and then you'll start understanding more. Well, I'm understanding more, as if you have looked in some of my I don't even know what they're called, what I've put on YouTube, and I do believe that I'm very blessed to be able to. I've grown up round here, and that tree I planted on the very top, I mean, there are tunnels going all the way through, and even there I can see a lion's head. I've been I will take you back up there. I'll do another post soon where I take my staff, because I banged the staff in the middle of this field which has not had anything built on it for centuries, as far as I know. But there's an echo, and I do believe that they are the halls of Amenti from Shibden, underneath Shibden, which again, people are changing the narrative to suit the narrative. The gardeners are hiding the fact that the rock altar, as I showed you in a post, is opened up another tunnel. And we'll go down one, not in a moment, but we'll go down at a later date, and I'll show you where the tunnels are, because you can see them where the watercourse has now gone into. It is strange times we're living in, and as I come up with something and get more closer to what I'm saying, I seem to get them like either locking the gates of the tunnels to Cunnery Woods, or changing names to delete history. The latest one I noticed is that the furnace is now, if you ever go onto Google Earth, the furnace is now being called the Walker Pit to suit, again, I mean, I'm not saying Anlister didn't have the chimney built, but they haven't, in the core board actually state that the information that is out there is wrong. So you can't find any maps of the core board around here, and there must be at least 30 tunnels going into the hillside, again being hidden and meshed over. They actually put spray, like they have in Blackpool, the slate spray rock, and then they meshed over it, and now it's getting all the shale which is falling down, so it's going to be near impossible to research, but it's there, and no one really knows it's there. All along the A58 is a wall. I mean, the wall is going to start bulging, which my next door neighbour, an old lady called Enid, when they put the mesh on back in 2000 or so, said that's one of the worst things they could do. I mean, we used to love it as kids, because we've got a very big drop at the bottom of the gardens, and I lived a bit further down the road, and we used to love watching them. It used to be like a chain gang with I don't think health and safety will let them do it anymore, but they did come about 3 years ago and do the same equivalent to what they would have done before when they were digging out the wall and the tunnel entrances into the tunnel. They used to do a big old JCB digger, which cost the council thousands and thousands, and there were 3 or 4 men. They didn't do it correct, because they got paid for doing a job that would have. Oh, anyway, we're going off on one. So yeah, I'll show you some of the things that we do with the clay. I think I've got some new subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing. I'll try not to let you down. I just want the truth to be out there. People think I'm crazy. In fact, I've almost had a neon and speaking to people. I had to wait such a long time, and I'm finally seen a doctor, and he's now got me into an emergency surgeon because I've got a hernia. So complications all the time, and his effort. But that's why my head's been in a sort of weird place. But I'm getting there. It's not that I don't clean my windows. To show you, I know it looks bad. I don't clean my windows. It's clay again. I actually had it backed up, but I do get affected by the light. I mean, I've got sensitive eyes anyway. I have a new light up there. I might as well show you this as well. Ooh. My neighbour pulled these. He says he got this from Scotland, but I don't know if you can see that. It's better when it's dry. Oh, here we go. My neighbour said that when I asked him, where have you got them from? He said, oh gosh, brought them all the way down from Scotland. Oh, you know, and people just lie all the time. I heard them digging them out over summer. I heard the and chop in the ground. And he doesn't want people parking on his little bit of road out there. Which is fine, I don't like. That's why I put mine there. Because people park on the pavement. So again, green in the. I'm not saying the green tablets, but a lot of history is being changed and manipulated right up to present day. I believe the time is right for the truth to come out. I'm not saying there's no God, because I do believe there is a God. Gosh, I've had a few encounters myself with strange entities, which makes people think I'm going absolute Fruit Loop. Well, I am Fruit Loop, what am I talking about? I'm not going to deny that. But so yes, thank you for subscribing. Like, tell your friends. I will be able, as soon as I get the right number, I will be able to walk with this little one and meet the people around here. The adventures I have where I meet things and bump into things and get drawn to, it's a synchronicity. That's why I want to be able to live stream, because it's probably going to take about 2 days for this to download. I haven't got a very good phone. Excuse me, COVID. Yeah, so have a bless you all, and I will try and keep you updated. I do go up and down, but now I've got no TV. I'm going to now do a little bit more working on myself, working on some artwork. I've practically nearly finished my tarot cards, and again, these have got the answers into what I'm trying to explain. Sorry, I've got my washing. There's no point putting washing out in this. So I've got the based on and Lister. Look, there's, if I see, well, Garden of Eden, Stonehenge, which I believe is on the top. So I've picked all this up psychically. I think the rock altar, that's a good one. I like that one. Again, you can see him. While I've done this as well, it's given me more of an insight into like looking at very, very old paintings, because you sort of think like an artist. So when you're looking at things, you look at where they're looking at, what they're pointing at. Is there something in the shadows? There may be something in a doorway, and you can see. And then you've got also hidden meanings in other things as well. So there you go. That's coming up to 16 minutes. Thank you again. Let's just have a quick flick through then. That's on the hillside, a hole in the hill. Wheel of Fortune, again, I'm based it on. All these are based on around here. The Hangman is a crossroads at the top, and this big piece of stone, I believe, again, where which I think I'll do another post or a little talk about. This is what's closed at the moment, the seven-headed serpent archway. But again, why would, in the refurbishment, would they knock one of them off and just leave one open? And now, because I'm talking about that the Garden of Eden is Connery Wood, and there were tunnels opened up, and they said they were from the coal mine, which I didn't believe in at the beginning at all. So there were chimneys, underground chimneys. But as I've come to expose this, or give my theory of what it is, the gates have been locked. It's and that's highways. Highways have covered up all the A58 tunnels. Highways now are working in in Shibden Hall gardens, chopping trees down, but the gardeners should be doing that. Highways should be working on the highways. But yes, I also found out that the head of highways is also the head of Shibden Hall. So it's all so frustrating. And here we go, there's another building that's in Shibden, the lodge. I've worked out there's a tunnel underneath there as well, because when I walk with my staff, I can feel it. You bang it down and you can feel it with your vibrations with your feet. So yeah, we're getting there. I've had a break, I've needed a break, but now I'm going to get back into it. So again, thank you.